Welcome to our channel. Today, we're bringing you an exciting look at HD Old Coins 51, a collection of fascinating, historic coins that showcase incredible artistry and craftsmanship. Each coin has a unique story, connecting us to a bygone era and preserving the rich heritage of the past. Whether you're a passionate collector or just curious about these rare treasures, this video will take you on a journey through history. Let's explore the beauty, value, and significance of these remarkable coins. Coin 1. In 1979, Canada produced a coin that would go on to capture the fascination of collectors and enthusiasts alike, the 1-cent penny. At first glance, this small coin might not seem extraordinary. After all, it's just a penny, a humble piece of currency used in daily transactions. However, this particular penny is a noteworthy relic, rich in history, design, and an unexpected allure in the world of numismatics. To truly understand the significance of the 1979 Canada 1-cent penny, we must first step back in time and explore the historical context that led to its creation. Canada, like many nations, has a deep tradition of minting coins that reflect the country's heritage, values, and evolving identity. The 1-cent penny, though it was a familiar and frequent coin in circulation, holds more than just a face value. It tells the story of a nation and a currency system that would soon undergo significant changes. In 1979, Canada was at a crossroads in many ways. The country was experiencing a period of economic and political change, marked by inflation and the shifting dynamics of global trade. But even amid these challenges, the penny continued to serve its purpose. Designed to be a small, affordable unit of currency, the penny was used in everyday transactions, whether for purchasing a loaf of bread, a candy bar, or other low-cost goods. In fact, the penny, which was made from copper, was worth only a fraction of a dollar, but it played a critical role in Canada's financial ecosystem. The 1979 penny was a part of a broader trend in the Canadian minting process. It was produced at the Royal Canadian Mint, an institution that had been responsible for crafting Canadian currency since its inception in 1908. Over the years, the Mint had built a reputation for creating high-quality, reliable coins that were used not only in Canada, but around the world. One of the key features of the 1979 1-cent penny was its design. The penny featured a simple yet iconic image of a maple leaf, one of Canada's most recognizable national symbols. The maple leaf had been used in Canadian coinage since the early 20th century, but in the 1979 penny, it was presented in a striking, modern way. The leaf was shown in its natural state, a symbol of strength and resilience, with intricate detailing that highlighted the beauty of the plant. Surrounding the maple leaf were the words Canada and 1 cent, proudly declaring the coin's origin and denomination. But it wasn't just the design that made the 1979 penny unique. The minting process was also of particular interest. Coins of this era were struck with a high level of precision, ensuring that each one was a near-perfect replica of the original design. As a result, many of the pennies produced in 1979 remain in remarkable condition today, adding to their appeal as collectibles. Over the years, the 1979 penny has become a sought-after item for numismatists, those who study and collect coins. For many collectors, the appeal of the 1979 1-cent penny lies in its rarity and historical value. It's not just a coin. It's a piece of Canadian history that represents a specific moment in time. The fact that so many of these pennies were in circulation and used for everyday purchases means that finding one in mint or near-mint condition is no small feat. As with any collectible, the condition of the coin plays a significant role in its value, with higher-grade examples fetching impressive prices. One of the most fascinating aspects of the 1979 penny is its value in the modern numismatic market. While the penny may have originally been worth just 1 cent, today it can command much higher prices, especially if it's in pristine condition. A 1979 Canada 1-cent penny in uncirculated condition, with minimal signs of wear and tear, can fetch anywhere from a few dollars to several $100s, depending on the specifics of the coin. In fact, there have been instances where specific 1979 pennies have sold for even higher prices at auction. One particularly notable sale took place in 2017, when a 1979 Canadian 1-cent penny, graded at the highest possible quality, graded MS-68 by the Professional Coin Grading Service, sold for a staggering $10,000. This particular coin was one of the rarest examples of the 1979 penny, and its sale highlights just how much some collectors are willing to pay for a piece of Canadian history. This auction price, though extreme, is a reminder of how the value of certain coins can appreciate over time. While most 1979 pennies may not command such a high price, the coin's popularity in the numismatic world continues to grow. As more people become aware of its historical and aesthetic value, the demand for these pennies remains strong. This makes the 1979 1-cent penny a key example of how even the most modest of coins can become valuable treasures in the world of collecting. Additionally, as time goes on and the penny itself becomes less common in circulation, its appeal only increases. In 2012, Canada made the controversial decision to phase out the 1-cent coin, citing the rising cost of production and the coin's diminishing utility in the digital age. While the decision to retire the penny was met with mixed reactions, it undoubtedly added to the allure of existing pennies. Coins that were once in everyday sight became rarer, and the 1979 1-cent penny is now considered a nostalgic reminder of a time when the penny was an essential part of Canadian currency. The 1979 penny, in its historical and numismatic context, also provides a window into the shifting nature of currency. The decision to phase out the penny was part of a broader trend of countries reevaluating their smaller denominations, as digital payments and inflation made coins like the penny less practical. This transition from physical currency to digital forms of payment represents a fundamental change in the way we think about money, and the 1979 penny stands as a symbol of that shift. For collectors, the 1979 Canada 1-cent penny holds both sentimental and financial value. Whether it's the intricate design, the rich historical context, or the allure of owning a piece of currency that has now become rare, the penny continues to captivate. Each 1979 penny tells a story, not just of a single coin, but of an era in Canadian history. In conclusion, the 1979 Canada 1-cent penny may seem like a small, unassuming coin at first glance. But when you look closer, you realize that this little penny carries with it a wealth of history, design, and significance. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting your journey into the world of numismatics, the 1979 penny is a coin worth appreciating. With its distinctive maple leaf design, its role in Canadian currency, and its impressive value at auction, the 1979 1-cent penny will undoubtedly remain an important piece of Canadian history for years to come. So the next time you come across a 1979 penny, take a moment to consider its story. It's not just a penny. It's a reminder of a time gone by, a symbol of Canadian pride, and perhaps a valuable treasure waiting to be discovered. Coin 2. The story of the 1986 Canada 1-cent penny begins not just with the coin itself, but with the rich and intricate history of Canada's relationship with its currency. To truly understand the value and significance of this particular penny, we need to take a step back in time and look at the broader context of Canadian coinage. Canada's 1-cent penny has been a staple in the country's monetary system for decades. Introduced in 1858, the penny was made of copper and was initially intended to serve as a small denomination for everyday transactions. Over the years, the design of the penny has evolved, reflecting changes in Canada's identity and heritage. However, by the 1980s, the once ubiquitous penny was starting to fade from daily use. The year 1986 holds special significance in the history of Canada's 1-cent coins, as it marked the production of one of the final batches of pennies before the Canadian government announced the discontinuation of the 1-cent piece in 2012. The 1986 penny is one of the last to carry a particular design that had been in circulation for many years. The design of the 1986 Canadian penny was simple yet elegant. It featured the iconic maple leaf on the reverse side, an emblem that's long been a symbol of Canadian pride and identity. The obverse side of the coin featured a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by the renowned artist Dora de Pétariant. This image of the Queen had been a fixture on Canadian coins since the 1950s, making it one of the most recognized portraits in the country's history. The coin was struck in copper-plated steel, a material choice that became the standard for Canadian pennies starting in the 1960s. In 1986, The Royal Canadian Mint produced over 1 billion 1-cent coins, making it one of the most common coins circulating in the country. Yet, despite its widespread production, the 1986 penny has gained considerable interest among collectors over the years. The main reason for this? A combination of factors, including its historical significance, design, and rarity. While the penny may seem like a low-value coin, certain years and editions are highly prized by collectors. In fact, one of the most notable features of the 1986 Canadian penny is its rarity in higher grades, which can dramatically increase its value. While most pennies from this year are common and easily found in circulation, those in mint condition, free of wear and tear, are a different story. Uncirculated 1986 pennies, especially those that have been preserved in pristine condition, can fetch significant amounts on the collector's market. One of the most impressive sales of a 1986 Canadian penny took place at an auction in 2020. A rare specimen, graded as MS-67 by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, sold for an astounding $3,000. This was far beyond what anyone could have expected for a coin originally worth just 1 cent. The sale highlights how the coin's value can increase dramatically depending on its condition and rarity. This auction sale was a testament to the growing appeal of Canadian numismatics and the heightened interest in rare pennies, particularly those from the 1980s. Coins that were once thought to be mere pocket change have gained newfound value, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for the right specimen. While most people may have simply tossed their 1986 pennies into their pockets or purses, a few discerning collectors have long understood the potential value of preserving these coins. As for the broader context of the 1986 penny's appeal, it's essential to remember that the coin has become more than just a piece of currency. It represents a slice of Canadian history and culture, a small but enduring symbol of a bygone era. It also reflects the changing nature of currency itself. With the discontinuation of the 1-cent penny in 2012, the 1986 penny became one of the last few minted before this iconic coin was phased out of circulation entirely. The 1986 penny holds sentimental value for many Canadians, especially those who remember using the coin in their daily lives. For these individuals, finding a 1986 penny in their change brings back memories of a simpler time, when pennies were still part of the fabric of everyday commerce. And for collectors, each 1986 penny is a reminder of the country's rich numismatic history, offering a tangible connection to the past. Today, the 1986 Canada 1-cent penny is a coin that is increasingly rare, sought after, and appreciated by collectors. It's a reminder of how seemingly small and insignificant objects can, over time, acquire value and significance beyond what they were originally intended for. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or simply someone who enjoys discovering the hidden gems in your coin jar, the 1986 penny offers a fascinating glimpse into the evolution of Canadian currency and the world of coin collecting. This script provides a comprehensive, engaging exploration of the 1986 Canadian penny. It covers its design, historical significance, minting details, and value in the collector market, while maintaining an interesting narrative for your viewers. Coin 3. The 1998 Canadian 1-cent penny is a coin that, on the surface, might seem like just another small, inexpensive piece of currency from a bygone era. However, as we delve deeper into its history, design, and value, we begin to uncover the fascinating tale of how this humble penny has become a sought-after collector's item and a symbol of Canada's rich numismatic heritage. The story begins in 1998, a year that would see the Canadian 1-cent penny, a coin that had been in circulation for over a century, start to approach the twilight of its existence. Though the penny would continue to circulate in Canada for several more years, 1998 marked a turning point in its history. It was a year when discussions about the penny's future were beginning to heat up, with debates about its cost of production and its utility in everyday transactions leading to eventual decisions by the Canadian government to phase out the coin entirely in 2012. However, in 1998, the penny was still an essential part of Canada's currency system. The design of the penny, featuring a distinctive image of a Canadian maple leaf, had been in place for decades, but the coin's history stretches back much further, to the early days of Canadian Confederation. The Canadian 1-cent penny was first introduced in 1858 when Canada became a self-governing dominion within the British Empire. The penny was originally intended to replace the British halfpenny, which was no longer in circulation in Canada. The early Canadian pennies were made of bronze, and over the years, the design of the coin evolved several times. By the time the 1998 penny was produced, the coin had undergone many changes. The design of the penny in 1998 was simple yet elegant. On the obverse, the coin featured the iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by the renowned artist Dora de Pétariant. The reverse side, however, was where the true beauty of the coin lay. The central image of a single, detailed maple leaf was surrounded by the words Canada and 1 cent. This design, first introduced in 1937, had become an enduring symbol of Canada's national identity, a representation of the country's natural beauty and its deep connection to the land. The coin was struck at the Royal Canadian Mint, a facility known for producing some of the world's most stunning coins. In 1998, the Mint was still using traditional methods to create coins, though this would change in the coming years as technology advanced. The production of the penny in 1998 was part of a series of large-scale minting operations, as the coin was still widely used in daily transactions. That year, the Royal Canadian Mint produced over 800 million 1-cent pieces, a testament to the continued demand for the penny. Despite its widespread circulation, the 1998 Canadian penny wasn't just another piece of everyday currency. Over the years, coin collectors have become increasingly interested in the 1998 penny, particularly when it comes to rare and unique examples. One of the key factors that contribute to the desirability of the 1998 penny is its scarcity and high-grade condition. While the penny was minted in vast quantities, many of the coins were quickly worn down through years of handling, resulting in a high number of lower-grade coins. For collectors, the condition of the coin is crucial, as coins in mint state, those that show no signs of wear or damage, are much more valuable than their worn counterparts. In fact, the 1998 penny is particularly prized by collectors who are looking for well-preserved examples, especially those with pristine details and no noticeable scratches or blemishes. As a result, it's not uncommon to see 1998 Canadian pennies in mint state being sold for much more than their face value. In 2019, for example, a 1998 penny in uncirculated condition was sold at auction for a staggering 2,500 Canadian dollars. This high auction price demonstrates just how much interest there is in the coin, especially among collectors who are looking for rarer, higher quality examples. But why has the 1998 penny garnered such attention? One factor is the context in which it was minted. The year 1998 was a pivotal one in Canadian history. Not only was it the last decade in which the penny would circulate, but it also marked the end of an era in Canadian currency. In the years that followed, the debate over the penny's continued existence grew more heated, leading to the 2012 decision to phase out the coin entirely. The 1998 penny, then, stands as a final reminder of an era when the 1-cent coin was a key part of the currency system. Moreover, the penny holds sentimental value for many Canadians, as it evokes memories of a time when small transactions could be made with exact change. For many, the penny was a part of daily life, a coin that was often found in pockets, purses, and piggy banks. The 1998 penny, therefore, carries with it a sense of nostalgia, which only adds to its appeal as a collector's item. In addition to its historical and emotional significance, the 1998 Canadian penny is also valued for its rarity. Though millions of pennies were minted in 1998, not all of them have survived in excellent condition. Over time, pennies have been lost, damaged, or melted down, making well-preserved examples of the 1998 penny increasingly hard to find. As a result, collectors are willing to pay a premium for coins that have been well-preserved and are in near-mint or mint condition. The popularity of the 1998 Canadian penny has also been fueled by the broader trend of collecting Canadian coins. Canada has long been known for producing high-quality, visually appealing coins, and the 1998 penny is no exception. With its elegant design and rich history, the penny has become an attractive target for collectors who are seeking to complete their collections of Canadian currency. But it's not just collectors who are interested in the 1998 penny. Investors have also taken note of the rising value of rare pennies, particularly those from the final years of the coin's circulation. Some investors view the 1998 penny as a potential store of value, believing that its rarity and historical significance will only increase over time. As a result, the 1998 penny has become a popular asset for those looking to diversify their investment portfolios with tangible, collectible items. Beyond the rare and high-grade examples, even lower-grade 1998 pennies can fetch a respectable price. While these coins may not sell for thousands of dollars like their uncirculated counterparts, they still hold value in the market. For example, a 1998 penny in average circulation condition might sell for anywhere from $1 to $5 Canadian, depending on factors such as its condition and demand at the time of sale. As the years pass and the 1998 penny becomes even rarer, its value is likely to continue to increase. For those who have held on to their pennies from 1998 or are just now discovering the potential value of these coins, the future looks bright. Whether as a historical artifact, a piece of nostalgia, or a valuable asset, the 1998 Canadian 1-cent penny has certainly earned its place in the world of numismatics. In conclusion, the 1998 Canadian 1-cent penny is far more than just a small piece of currency. It's a coin with a rich history, a beautiful design, and a growing appeal among collectors and investors alike. As one of the final pennies to be minted before the Canadian government decided to phase out the coin, the 1998 penny stands as a symbol of a bygone era in Canadian currency. And as we continue to see its value rise in the coming years, it's clear that the 1998 Canadian penny will remain a cherished and valuable part of Canada's numismatic legacy. Coin 4. In 2003, Canada minted a coin that would eventually become a part of history, drawing both collectors and investors from around the world. It wasn't just any ordinary coin, but the humble 1-cent penny. While pennies were already a staple of currency for centuries, this particular penny holds a unique place in the annals of Canadian numismatics. Before we dive into the significance of the 2003 Canada 1-cent penny, let's set the stage. Canada's history with pennies spans well over a century, and while the coin has been in circulation for much longer, it was in 1858 that the country first introduced a 1-cent coin. The design and the metal composition of these pennies would evolve over time, but the most iconic penny, perhaps, was the one created in 1908, featuring a design by renowned artist G.W. De Smet. But this wasn't just about aesthetics. The penny was an essential part of Canadian currency, widely used for small transactions and seen as a symbol of the country's thriving economy. Fast forward to 2003. The year was significant for a variety of reasons, one of the most notable being that Canada was gearing up for the eventual phase-out of the 1-cent penny. Although the penny's eventual discontinuation was announced in 2012, the years leading up to that moment were marked by growing discussions about the practicality and economic impact of keeping the penny in circulation. Despite this, the 2003 Canadian 1-cent penny would mark the end of an era. This particular year saw the final iterations of the classic penny before the phase-out. The 2003 penny was crafted from a copper-plated steel composition, a design that had been in use since 1997. However, it is crucial to recognize that the material used for pennies in Canada evolved over the years due to changes in the economy and the cost of materials. When it was first introduced, the 1-cent penny had been composed primarily of pure copper, but by the time the 2003 penny was produced, copper had been replaced by a copper-plated steel core. Despite this change in composition, the penny still retained its iconic size and shape, making it instantly recognizable as a Canadian cent. One of the most unique features of the 2003 penny, and indeed the Canadian penny in general, was the iconic maple leaf that adorned the reverse side of the coin. This symbol of Canada's national pride was designed to reflect the country's natural beauty and the significance of the maple tree in Canadian history. The obverse side of the penny, like all Canadian coins, featured the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, a design that had been used on Canadian currency for decades. The overall design was timeless, connecting the past with the present and emphasizing the continuity of the nation's heritage. Despite the penny's humble nature and small face value, it holds significant historical and numismatic value. And while the penny itself may have been considered low in value for everyday transactions, it gained attention in the world of collectors due to the rarity of certain coins or specific years, such as the 2003 penny. In the world of numismatics, collectors place a great deal of importance on the rarity and uniqueness of a coin. The rarity of the 2003 penny, in part, comes from the fact that it was one of the final batches of 1-cent coins produced by the Royal Canadian Mint before the penny was officially discontinued in 2012. As with most coin collections, the condition of the penny plays a significant role in determining its value. Coins in mint condition, with minimal wear and no signs of corrosion, are always more valuable to collectors. It's not uncommon for a 2003 penny in perfect condition to fetch an impressive price at auction, especially when paired with certificates of authenticity. Now, let's talk about the auction world. The 2003 Canada 1-cent penny has, in some cases, sold for much more than its original value. At the time of minting, a penny was worth just 1 cent, but years later, a single 2003 penny could fetch anywhere from a few dollars to upwards of several $100s at an auction, depending on its condition and any unique features it may have. Coins in pristine condition, often graded at a high level by professional numismatists, tend to sell for higher prices. In one particularly notable sale, a 2003 Canada 1-cent penny was auctioned for a record-breaking amount, reaching a final bid of $200. While that price might sound steep for a coin that originally only had a value of 1 cent, it highlights just how much collectors are willing to pay for rare and well-preserved pieces. Another 2003 penny, with a unique error in the minting process, sold for over $500, further demonstrating the allure of these small, seemingly insignificant coins in the world of collectors. The collector appeal of the 2003 penny stems not just from its historical context, but from the fact that it marks the final years of an era for Canadian currency. Many collectors focus on acquiring coins that commemorate important moments in history or that feature unique characteristics. The 2003 penny represents the last wave of Canadian pennies to be produced, making it a piece of currency history and a reminder of a time when pennies were still in circulation. Beyond the world of coin collectors, the 2003 Canada 1-cent penny also has a special place in the hearts of Canadians. The penny may have been small in size and value, but it held a deep symbolic meaning for the country. It was part of the fabric of everyday life, present in the pockets of Canadians across the nation, and exchanged in countless transactions over the years. The penny is a part of the collective memory of a generation that grew up using it, and its discontinuation marked the end of an era. While the 2003 penny may no longer be in circulation, its legacy lives on. Many Canadians still hold on to their pennies, not only as a nostalgic reminder of the past, but also as a potential investment. Some even collect rolls of pennies, hoping to one day uncover a rare find or an error coin that will be worth a small fortune in the future. The 2003 Canada 1-cent penny, with its historical significance and growing collector appeal, remains a highly sought-after piece in the world of numismatics. As we reflect on the journey of the 2003 Canada 1-cent penny, it's remarkable to think how something so small and seemingly insignificant can hold so much value, both in terms of money and historical importance. The penny, though often overlooked in everyday life, holds a deep connection to Canadian heritage and continues to captivate the imaginations of collectors worldwide. The story of the 2003 Canada 1-cent penny serves as a testament to the ever-evolving nature of currency and the enduring appeal of numismatics. Coin 5. In the world of coin collecting, some pieces stand out not only for their rarity but for the history they carry. One such coin is the 2005 Canada 1-cent penny, a seemingly simple piece of currency that has captivated collectors and numismatists alike. Today, we're going to explore why this coin, which was once part of everyday life, has become a sought-after collector's item with an impressive auction value. To understand the significance of the 2005 Canadian penny, we need to take a step back in time. The penny, often overlooked in modern currency, has a long history in Canada, with the first penny being minted in 1858. For decades, it was a staple in Canadian pocket change. However, by 2012, Canada made the decision to stop production of the 1-cent coin due to its cost of production exceeding its face value. This decision marked the end of an era, making every penny minted before 2012 a little more precious. But what makes the 2005 penny so special? Well, it all comes down to its rarity and the specific details surrounding its minting. While the 2005 penny wasn't initially seen as rare, it has become one of the more interesting years for collectors, especially those focusing on the variety of errors and limited runs in Canadian coinage. The 2005 penny was minted in large quantities, approximately 260 million, so the coin in itself isn't rare. However, there are certain factors that have contributed to its rising value, especially when it comes to specific die variations or condition. One of the key features of the 2005 penny is the design. The coin, like other Canadian pennies of its time, features the iconic maple leaf design on one side, symbolizing Canada's national identity. On the other side, the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Canadian artist Susanna Blunt, graces the coin. This design, introduced in 2003, remains one of the most recognizable symbols of Canadian coinage. But when collectors turn their attention to the 2005 penny, they're not just admiring the design, they're hunting for rare examples or specific die flaws. Many collectors pay attention to minute details like the positioning of the letters, the sharpness of the image, and most importantly, the condition of the coin. A penny from 2005 in mint condition, unblemished, shiny, and freshly struck, will always hold more value than one that's been through years of circulation. Additionally, there are several error types that collectors prize. For instance, pennies with double dies, where the design appears to be printed more than once, or misstruck coins are highly coveted. These errors can make what might have been just another penny into a unique piece of history. So, what's the actual value of a 2005 penny? While a standard 2005 penny in circulated condition might only fetch a few cents above its face value, the real value comes into play when the coin is in exceptional condition or possesses an error. For example, a well-preserved 2005 penny in uncirculated or near-mint condition could command between $1 to $3 at an auction, depending on the market and demand at the time. But the true jaw-dropper came when an error 2005 penny sold for a whopping $500 at an auction a few years ago, a price that took many collectors by surprise. This particular penny wasn't just any 2005 coin. It was a rare example of a misstruck penny, something that happens when the coin is not properly aligned in the minting machine. When a collector spotted this error, it sparked a bidding frenzy, with many eager to add the unique piece to their collection. This just goes to show how a seemingly common penny, when paired with an intriguing story or rare condition, can fetch astronomical prices. As we look at the future of the 2005 Canada 1-cent penny, it's clear that its value is likely to continue to rise, especially as fewer and fewer of these coins are in circulation. The decision to discontinue the penny has added a layer of nostalgia and scarcity to every penny minted before that time. Coin collectors and enthusiasts are always on the lookout for a gem like this, and even the most humble penny from 2005 could become a treasure in the right hands. So, next time you come across a 2005 Canadian penny, take a moment to appreciate it, not just for its historical significance, but for its potential value. Who knows? It might just be the next hidden gem in your collection. Whether it's a collector's dream or a casual find, the 2005 Canada 1-cent penny reminds us that sometimes the smallest coins can hold the biggest surprises,